Man, they got an intro video on the stream. I did not know they had that. They got an intro video on the stream. Did you know that? Yeah, they got an intro video. What's up, y'all? It's your boy MB, man. This your boy MB, man. Y'all come on in and check in, man. This should be an interesting live. I'm already gonna say that. My spirit just tells me this is gonna be a very interesting live. It's almost like the election results. These people here are not happy that Trump swept. So but we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see. Hey, what's up now? It's Tuna Musawa. What up, man? What's up, brother? She did the first coat today. We're trying to see if we can get you that coat by Thursday or Friday. Had it picked up money. Can you get that quote tomorrow? She'll get that quote tomorrow so we can go and get you shipped out here. You right over here at the door, bro. You already at the door. Mr. Paperclip, you know it. Mr. Paperclip. I don't know if they're gonna put another name on there. Mr. DD1 in Paperclip. I don't know. We'll see how it go. We'll see how it go. We'll see how it go, man. But what's up with y'all, man? I'm here for questions. Hey, another great day for mankind. Everybody is above ground. You got that right all day, 007. And then everybody that's above ground should be happy. Hey, thank you, boy. Good evening to you too, Mr. MB and Miss Vella. Blessings always do your family. What's up? PCG, Pepper Kip Gang. What's up, baby? Blessings. Someone knocking the ear. So you can hear that? You can hear that? Oh man, let me stop that. Miles Pleasure. Yeah, man. What's up, man? Look at them boys back there got my back. You know I still ain't put them 600 other pins up there yet. It was tedious doing that. We taking a break for we and still got that 600 pins up there. So I still got 1,000 more pins to put up there. 1,000 more of these slips to go through. Yeah. Man, I still. Man, Rob, we good, bro. We good, man. 51K and growing. You know this past. Let me show y'all something. Let me see if I can show you that. My wife gone. She might not. Yeah, she gonna let me show you. My subscriber count says it's 1,500 more than usual. Watch time hours is 5,700 more than usual. This is the analytics. Subscribers is plus 2,700, 1,500% more than usual. Revenue did go up finally. But yeah, everybody's watching everything I'm saying. I'm hoping that they're able to facilitate a giving goal for themselves, get a certain loudness that they need. Let me get to some of these questions here right now. What's the number one? Okay, here it is. What is it? Blessings King. What's up? Blessing you too, my brother King. What's the number one 8-inch sub you recommend to put in your Draco box? The number one 8-inch sub that I would put in a Draco box would be number one. The price is not an option. The Euphoria Audio Neo 8, number one. Number two after that would have to be the Digital Designs 608. Yeah. It has the parameters, 7.3/8 cutout, small box performance. He would do considerably well and better as far as longevity and quality of sound based on the volume you have under your seat with a Draco. Unless you're going to get a Draco that's going to make your seat totally unusable. Because a Draco does not make your seat unusable, King. 7. A Draco does not make your seat unusable. So those are the two. Number one would be the Euphoria Audio. Number two would be the 608. Right now, the top of my head, yes, that's what I'd be. That would be the number one 8-inch that I would use. Let's go to the next question here. All right, MBE Nation. You know, somebody said that they think that I am a cult. Some lady. I said, yeah, for real? I know who's selling them, though. I was like, okay, that's crazy. But you're entitled to your opinion. And you're trying to, I can't have a coat, but there's other coats. But I can have a coat, but I don't think we're a coat. I think people just find me genuine, and I've helped them achieve some whatever goal they have. 51,000 people, either I have helped them achieve their goal, or they think I can help them achieve their goal, and so they watch because I'm saying things that make sense. Hey, here we go. Oh, no, I ain't gonna do that. Ooh, why ain't showing? How what? Hey, what type of subs fit for a single cab? Well, variety. Most time people use most time people use shallow drivers, but it all depends on how much space. Not all single cabs are the same. You know, based on what year you're talking about. Hold on, let me turn this heat off because it's cooking. That's my heater for my garage. So it all depends on what year is your vehicle, how much space you have. Everything is always dependent on. My wife's gonna get mad if I do this and put this back. She said always keep the MB up there. I be just she's always thinking about marketing, promotion, this, that, another. Keep this and that down. It all depends on the space. Everything, brother, is always depending on space. There's so you saying what type of subs? It all depends on your space. Everything when it comes to the subwoofer is all depending on box volume. You'll never forget that. It's always depending on box volume. And that's going to dictate what type of sub you're going to use. Mark Avalos. I should have brought my heater down. I just turned that thing off, and now you're saying it's cold. I got my own heater. I'm going to oh, yeah? A small heater. Hey, what's his name? Javar, you said when I'm training, I own a Ford. My wife drives the F-150. I own a Ford. I got the number one. I got the number one quarter ton, arguably. Some people might not say that. You know. and in my opinion, I got the number one diesel on the road today. It's I when it comes to pulling and working, you can't outwork around and not be you can outwork. To my opinion, Chevy and Ford is gonna stay in the shop. That inline six, it do it all day, every day. Might not be as fast down the road as everybody, but ain't no load he can't pull. And he ain't gonna be in the shop after he finishes pulling. He's just gonna do what he gotta do and say next and keep it moving. They call them toe pigs. That was the fixing name we call them in Hot Shot. So you got your toe pig. I said, yeah, I got me around 3,500 inline six, baby. True diesel. They'll do it all day, every day. Ford is a V8 that runs a Ford diesel is a V8 that runs diesel fluid, diesel fuel. It's not really diesel. Neither is that Durabest. What is necessary to tune flat when you add treble and mid bass? What is necessary to tune flat? Why not just tune to the way you like the sound? I don't know what's necessary to tune flat. You can take your EQ and hit flat and tune flat, but you know, sound is subjective. Some people like flat response when they subwoofers, and that's going to be based on a lot of factors like your cabin and this, that, another box size, port area. But all that's going to be dictated by the environment you put the subwoofer in, if it can play flat. Most of you think that when they say flat, and that's why I say y'all get misinformation. When they say flat, meaning that everything's going to be the same level. So 33 hertz is going to be just as loud as 4 hertz. Yes, and flat box as well. Your output is not going to be what you think it is in that type box. It's not. When we tune for a flat response, sometimes there's a lot of people on here, man, just be talking out the side of their neck. I'm really telling you, you go look at it, you'll see what shoots you peaking. Your vehicle peaking this frequency. Why you ain't depending on what song? They're not tuned as flat as they making you try to make you believe they are, because when they play different songs, they don't. You're gonna peak in your vehicle, man. But if you tune for a flat response, most of the time you got an SQ system. You're not throwing nowhere near the power I'm throwing. Some of these other guys, they're not throwing that much power, because then you're gonna override what you just said, and It's not, yeah, I'm doing a 145 at 50 hertz and I'm doing a 145 at 30 hertz. You're lying. Straight lying. So it's different. The flat response is subjective. Subjective. Maybe like a gradual roll off is what you when a porta box gets you a flat response. If you really wanted to be flat, you can build you a seal box and then everything be roughly the same, but even it has a roll off. It's just kind of steep. So it depends on what kind of music you're listening to, what it is. Oh boy. Oh man, you got to go back and watch that video on damping. I think I did a video. I did several of them. I can't go in detail there, man. I did videos on that. Basically, as your whooper moves, take some wire, wrap it around a magnet, spin it really, really fast. It's going to create an electrical turn. A woofer is wire wrapped around a former. You apply the AC signal. It energizes, becomes a magnet, and works in opposition to the permanent magnet that's sitting there, which is the top plate, two magnets, and the bottom plate. Its very movement is creating energy, raising the inductance, and it sits, and most times it sits inside that magnetic field. You have to have some way of dispelling that. You can't dispel all of it because based on temperature, frequency, and power, how much of it is going to develop. That is counteracting. Its very movement is causing it to counteract what's causing it to move. So your amplifier must have the ability to read that coming back and still imply its power going out. Most time they do that by having a low output impedance. Until the ohm load is going to give you a dampening factor. The dampening factor is the ability of the amplifier to bring itself back to where it started at. It's basically like brakes. If you know where to start, then you know where to go to make your bass much more impactful. I'm with a school of camp that the higher your dampening factor, the less power you're going to need for a given output. I proved that. And today I released a video to kind of give you more insight into why with my head unit. And then you can understand, take that little tidbit of information that I say, and then go research it based on what somebody else say, and watch them. Mainly, I want you to watch people like this, the people that just tell you their opinion, and don't try to tear down nobody else's opinion, because then what are they doing it for? Just let them tell them their opinion. You read this other guy's opinion, and you see what we say alike is probably the truth. What we don't say alike, now you got to be the judge and decide for yourself who you're going to listen to. So far, my success have had a lot of people say they like what I'm doing, like my product, and has helped their system as well. What's going on, Uncle? What's up, TMB? I was wondering what's the next level up for my addictive audio V12. I was looking at the DD812 down the road using the same enclosure. You got to give me this measurements again because I built so many I don't have like files on enclosures because nobody get the same enclosure twice as a custom. One thing I will tell you about the DD812, your cutout might be bigger. Might be bigger than what you have right now. So make sure you measure the cutout of your addictive and pick your subwoofer. If you're going to pop another subwoofer in that box, they at least have the same cutout. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All day. There are peaks and dips and systems you can't see unless you have RTA. Ooh, yes. So tell them the truth. With a flat response, you know exactly where your response is sitting nice and straight. Yeah, now you say it's a flat response that you wait. Well, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about the box or are we talking about the mids and highs? Yeah. What are we talking about? The box, the mids and highs? Because you can set it, even though you got the signal coming out flat. Inside the listening environment, the plastic, the cloth, the shape of the steering wheel, all those things are going to cause those dips and peaks in the system to the sound. And that's why you use that real-time analyzer try to EQ or down that end frequencies and the amount of power you're seeing. I don't really get into detail with stuff like that. And if you're really looking for that, man, I'm not the guy to help you. I'm sound quality loud. I'm just a street beater. You need to watch somebody like PSS Sound and the other guy like PSS Sound who works on them high-end cars. And really, now his videos to most of my subscribers will be kind of boring because they don't have some of the level of knowledge that I have where I'm at. Because see, I watch them guys. And then I understand a little bit more, so I'm able to explain to you to help you understand your system. But if you really want to get into like what that guy Kai talking about RTA meters and dips and peaks, now this is not the channel for you. This is not the channel for you. This is the channel for people who buy. Someone buy prefab boxes. Now they want to buy a custom box. Their amplifiers price ranging between $300 to $700. They buy mids and highs fairly at $50 to $60. They might spend the most expensive things in a system is going to be the amp and the sub. Whereas SQ guys, man, they got Focal got 6.5, 3.5, cost as much as some people subs. So you need to watch the channel that's strictly devoted to that, because I'm not going to act like I know all that stuff and I don't. Oh man, I love how your system sound. Yeah, I'm a street beater. It could be drastically better than that, but I'm not a pure SQ purist. I'm giving you a little bit of that knowledge, and that's why y'all people are amazed what I'm doing. But I'm not totally SQ, and I'm definitely not total S loud. I'm a little bit of both. So when people go to talking about flat response and tuning and stuff, I'm like, y'all come here just to, I guess, show you how smart you are, but I ain't pushing that. Don't test DSP, don't test amplifier. I'm just a street beater, man. I stay in my lane. Because the majority two camps that have buku money. And the SPL crowd sits in the middle of it. Pure SPL boys, buku money. You see how much they subs they call you? When you go in SPL, man, and you sitting with 12-18, 6-18s, and 112s, you floating babies, as I like to affectionately, jokingly say, them guys got a shit ton of money, man. They run amps, long surfboard amps, 20 power wires, LiPo, lithium bank, pure SPL guys. Some of them do demos, but they really going for demos on the SPL side as well. Very, very loud. Then you got the other camp on the other end, SQ guys. They're nowhere near as loud as the SPL guys, but their systems sound infinitely better. Their price is well too. They might have, I know Focal got a tweeter. No, it's a 3.5. It don't have a spider. It's a sponge. I think it's like $1,200 a set. They don't have a spider. It's a voice cord sitting inside a sponge. $1,200. We talking about 2 3.5, or 5 1/4. Yes, some kind of, it's crazy. Millimore. Those, they're on the other end. They spend a lot of money too. Then you got the guys that I serve on this channel. Man, I just want a nice system while I'm riding to and from work. Mm-hmm. And now I'm showing y'all don't need all that power. You don't need to go buy 2 of these 2,500 watt subs and 5K amps. And what show you going to? Oh, no, I ain't going to show. So what are you doing? I just want to be loud and low. Well, you don't need all that to be loud and low. You don't. You don't. And that's what people come here for. That truth. That truth. Because some people here actually been, I seen that when I was on social media watching these guys. I said, man, these people ain't really helping nobody. They tell them they got to do this to get loud. I said, y'all ain't helping these people, man. Most of the people are serving. Sometimes the people up there don't even know what niche they serve. And that's why they talk about, man, you ain't really doing nothing. You ain't really doing nothing because he got 2 12s on 5K, because you got 6 18s on 30K, but he ain't doing nothing. Yeah, he doing a whole lot. But he's trying to be like y'all, and he don't need to be like y'all, because all he want to do is ride his system to work 45 minutes and come home an hour and a half and be loud. He ain't never going to a show. You don't need all that power. You just don't. You don't. Most people on my channel, they don't go to shows, man. They just want a real incredibly sound, nice sounding system. They done been to a show, heard that, and they said, well, that's reasonably loud. Well, sometimes people come to my channel, man, hit the truck, and like, ooh, they know that damn loud. I said, this ain't really loud. This is loud for this level of skill level I'm at. I heard 140, 150. And I don't even want all that. Interesting. But you the ones keep the light on. You the ones keep the light on. Guys, don't feel bad about your sister. People like you, they'll buy a custom box or speaker. Some of them buy prefab. I'm just giving you the knowledge. And if they buy a box, they help me. If they don't, I'm still giving the knowledge. You know, most times all you need is a good 2,500 watt amp, maybe even a 1,500 watt. Think about it. Before I go any further, get back to y'all question. I was doing 140s on the falls gate 1,500 watt amp. Same principles apply. Wasn't getting 1,500 watts to them. Yeah, it was making more, but when everything said and done, I wasn't getting all that power made to the sub. I was doing 140s with that. Doing the Rampage, I was doing the 2-on. As my nozzle starts to increase and this dampening factor, I went from 150 dampening on Falls Gate to 250 on the M2000, I believe it was. Yeah. Then I went to 400 on the M2500. I keep getting better. And then from on that amp, I said, let me run this or get phone on me. Whoa. I'm learning myself. And I'm sharing that with others. If you talk to, heck, you know what Josh number one selling sub is? It ain't 2508. It ain't, 600 series sub, 6500 series sub, the bread and butter. And it's amps now. Now they got rid of the D amps. Call the kicker. What's their number one selling sub? You think it's the Solar Bear? Them CVXs and them subs they sell out of Walmart. Well, the number one said. You and I, the people in my channel talk to, we keep the companies afloat. Now people buying RTA meters. Now people buying DSPs. And that's why people try to steer me into that category. I realize, man, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know what you here for. What are you here? You should not be here. With the knowledge you have, you need to try to see and grow your personality and tell people your truth. Don't try to come in and spit on me and do my thing. I'm for the everyday Joe. That's why my channel grows. And you guys ain't figuring that out. You need to talk to your segment of the population. You need to talk to your niche. Because that way they can critique you. You coming back, I'm saying y'all coming down there and critique me, and I never said I'm on that level up there. I'm not a pure SQ guy. I'm not a pure SPL guy either. I'm right in between. I'm for the street beater. I'm gonna say it again. Maybe y'all watch this one. I'm for the street beater. That's it. Man, he don't build number of basic spec boxes. Yep, that's what street beaters do. Yeah, rims, nice little sound system. We just want to sound good. We don't give a fuck how loud it is.
Nice and clear.
Nice and clear. That's all we care about. That's all we care about. Because most people on my channel, man, I'm not finna pay no $1,200 for no 3.5 inch speakers, man. No, sir. Hell, MB, I'm kind of tripping on paying $1,200 for 25.8, but I do like how that sound loud and clear. And I see you showing me that price point. Because remember, the speaker price ain't got nothing to do with the box price. I'll never forget that. But that's what this channel is about. That's why I had to grow. I fulfill the need. And people, man, yeah, I'm more like this. I'm not like that. I'm watching MBE. And it causes them so much angst. They don't understand. Why is it growing? Well, I know my niche. Do you know yours? Who are you best at giving information to so they can understand what the hell you talking about? My people understand me very, very well. Okay. I explained dampening. I explained that. That guy. What dB is, I got a video releasing on too. What dB is just above convo level? That's perfect for me. About 90 to 100 and 110 might be shouting. 90 to 100. Yeah. dB level. Combo. You basically a sound cue. You SQ, you're a purist. But every now and then, Miles, you want to get a little bit louder, huh? Here we go. Mustafa, what's up, Mustafa? Will I get less voltage drop when the bass hits the foam than one? Yes, yes. I saw the video the other day when you told the bars to make the change. Yes, that's what the 2508. You running 15s. Your motor's a little bit bigger. Your motor's a lot bigger. You also have a heavy MMS up front. So because of that, you might necessarily not want to do that with your setup. You could try it and see. You are going, if you got a 2500, you are going to get greater dampening. You can try it and see if you like it. But I'm thinking with your size box, because you're going 15s, and just what the woofer's going to have to do. In that instance, I probably wouldn't run foam on a 2500 because I think they need a little bit more power to give you your more max performance because they got heavy MMS, more to move. 8s only got so much MMS to move, and they only got so much of a spring behind them. Bro, your box, I built your box, homie. I built your box, homie. You up there, 11 or 12 cubes, yeah. Divided by 2, that's a big box. That's a lot of air. That's a lot of spring back there. Yeah, so you might not want to do that. You might not try to see if you like it, but you might not want to do it. Because I specifically said those who bought an M2500 and a 2508 from me, 22508s, or the G7 and the 2500.1 from them. Those guys. I'm talking to the 8 guys. Remember, primarily with this channel, I'm giving you a quality of knowledge I can. But I'm about big bases, small spaces. You see that it's in the title up there. Oh yeah. Oh, you saw that? Yeah. All the crazy stuff happening in the world, and someone assumed you was a cult. No, that was just a facetious comment. You got come on, man. Y'all know what they doing, man. Come on. You read and don't turn a blind eye. Don't do that. You know exactly what they doing. What's that? They're cult. I'm still getting attacked. That ain't a cult.
Okay.
I'm getting the call, and then they come with the last attack, talking about, no, I'm coming in peace. You come in, you cool. You come in peace. Man, stop it, man. You come in peace. I figure I got some Indian people that bought me from over in the Midwest. They Indians. And MB, watch out when they say they come in peace. I said, MB, watch out. You see what happened to her.
Turn into a discovery.
Watch out, they be reimagining stuff around here. I said, I got you. MB, in your opinion, is Orion ACA a good brand of app? You gotta know how to run. It's really a competition app. It's not for the everyday street beater. A lot of people have a mistake with that. It's a competition app. Down the power, high current, plans app fly. I don't have a lot of experience with them. And as I'm talking about efficiency, you definitely, you run an app like that, to me, you totally in the SPL category. You should be. Brother asked me today, was it there or was it yesterday when he was talking about, man, I think I'm going to run 2. First he told me about efficiency. And then he said we're going to run 2. I want to run 2 Ryan ACCA 12 or 15s on a def bounce 9500. I said, bro, why are we talking about efficiency? You ain't concerned with no efficiency. And you finna put 900 amps inside your vehicle. You ain't concerned with no efficiency. Efficiency is people that get say, man, look, MB, I ain't got no but 1,000 watts. This is what I'm showing y'all. I can only support 1,000 watts. What can I really do? Depending on where your box hit, what amp you're going to use with that 1,000 watts, based on the dampening factor at whatever level it got. It's possible with 8s you can get a 140. We'll see. But you can definitely get surprisingly loud. Getting to a 130 ain't too hard, y'all. But did you know a 130 dB is a sound ordinance ticket in most counties in the United States? Yeah, 130. That is obnoxiously loud. For cardio people, man, that ain't loud. Yeah, to you, it ain't loud. We are a small segment of the population. To people who are not interested in cardio like that, 130 dB is very loud. 135 dB can be felt in the car 2 cars up. Okay, look at the world about how, like, you think everybody doing what you're doing. You don't. You do notice that everybody ain't beating when you ride down the street. You beat. And you like because you stand out and you beating nobody. You like that. Come on, be for real. Hey, y'all watch. Hey, what's up, JT? But I ain't no king, man. Well, I'm a king, but not a king like that. I'm white. Look at my wife. My wife hate that, man. Okay, I just don't want nobody. I don't want to be, baby. I don't want to think more of myself than necessary. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh man, see what I'm talking about? Look what he doing. Salute God. I ain't no God, man. See, I gotta watch that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, hot boy. I don't like that. I don't like that term, man. There's only one God. I ain't him. Or he. I ain't God. Put it like that. I have a single CT Sounds 12 Strato, small boss performance. I think it's 1.5 of they 12. And a 35 hertz ground shaker on the CT Sounds. You got the AT or the CT amp at one ohm. I'm considering about going back to seal for more accuracy. Maybe it's your box. How do you feel about passive radio? I don't use passive radio, so ain't nothing. That's how I feel about it. That answers your question right there. Might be your box when you say more accuracy. I don't know what you're missing. Best budget amp to push 212 DC VRX and Venom box and 84 Delta with a top. Can't answer that question. I don't know what your budget is. I think a M2500 is the budget. $750. I say a G7 2500 for $699. I think that's budget. What's your budget? Maybe I can narrow it down there. When people ask what's the best budget, everybody's budget ain't the same. My budget and Shaq budget ain't the same. So I don't know what your budget is. So you gotta say, what amp MB would you run if you only had this much money to spend? And give me that price range. Now I might be able to point you at somebody in that price range, but I don't know if I would run. Sometimes you might get a price so low, 84 Dells, then I might say, bro, I would just keep saying about money because I wouldn't do it. Because what I know, I ain't going backwards. I just not. Some things I just won't buy. I don't believe in shortcut. Not in the cardio. I feel like shallow drivers, yes, you lose on the depth, making it nice and flat. But the box, but you're still left with it really long and wide. In reality, shallow drivers still require. Why wish I would read the stuff before you? I don't know what that. Let's read this in, homie. Look at homie. I feel like shallow drivers, yes, you lose on the depth, making it nice and flat. But the box, but you still left with is really long and wide. In reality, shallow drivers still require. What are we talking about here? I ain't making fun of you, homie, but that sentence makes no sense. You had three different ranges of thought. I'm not always going to be here. You type it out. You got to finish one thought before you go to the next one. Put a punctuation right there so I can help you understand. So you can digest. Yeah, so we can digest it. Hell, we trying to share information with each other. I couldn't digest that. Every time I bite it, every time I try to bite in there, you give me something else to eat. I'm God damn it, man. I don't know what we talking about, man. You confuse me. And then the next sentence is a run-on sentence. That same amount of airspace. I still don't know what the first sentence, man. And then you did another one as a regular driver to properly perform. Bro, what we talking about here? Come on, man. Take your time, man. You can't get it all today. I'll get it another time. Don't be so happy to type, man. Y'all just want to put your comment up there because you want to see, he answered me. I'm going to answer whoever I can if I feel it's not disrespectful and I can answer. But make it make sense, man, so I can decide stuff like that. Now, I see your name, I might just skip by because I said last time you ain't typing up to be coherent. I ain't going to waste no more time. I'm trying to get to somebody I can answer. Here we go. Is it bad if I have my sub box sitting in my backseat of my Dodge Ram? So, to me it is. People say they got a 4th-gen Ram. MB, man, what you design for that? I'm designing them for that. Well, we will put a box in the back seat. I wish you would have told me that. I ain't gonna build the box. Why? Come on, man. I'm not a money whore. So you want me to build your box when I know, I got a seatbelt around it.
Huge liability.
Huge liability. That's why they call it an accident. You don't plan for it. You get in an accident, you got this big projectile coming at you. This guy on Facebook, man. think he got a little tick or something, nervous tick. He had 2 AC on the back seat of some car he had. Got in an accident. The box came flying, almost killed him. Put him in the hospital, paralyzed him for a period of time. No, that's not wise for base. That's something I not trying to belittle you, brother, but you in your early 20s, you doing that. You get older, you start realizing, brother, I just can't put no bass in this vehicle. Riding around with a speaker on the back seat, I ain't that type of bass head. It's people that will, it's distributors that will talk you into doing that. I'm gonna give you a reason. It ain't that serious, bro. It just ain't. So wait till you change the vehicle. Keep yourself alive. Don't kill yourself for bass, man. It really ain't worth it. Will that DDM25 be enough to run 4U forward in a Draco enclosure at 4 ohm? Yeah, it'll make a move, but what do you mean by enough, Carl? What are your goals? What are your goals? You probably need more power. No, they're going to move. I don't actually know how they would sound. I would run them probably they only come in D4. So you run 4. Yeah, you run 4. Can you get 4? Yeah. 8, 8. 8 on, 8 on, 8 on, 8 on. Run them 2 in series. No, 8 on, 8 on. Hold on, man, I'm confusing myself. I would want to have a little bit more power, maybe an M5000, and still get that dampening factor. Let me see. Sometimes it was easy just to use a calculator. Yeah. If you gotta do a series parallel. I can go down. I can go down. One on. Yeah, that's what you do. You go down to no, you gotta go down to a parallel. 2, 2, 2. And you ride number 2, 4. I'll figure out how to do it. But yeah, you can do it. 4 of them, you can do it. I gotta remember how you do it. But I mean, they will move on the M2500. It does more wattage on a static load, one frequency than 1,000 watts. But when you go on dynamic, I wonder how it would sound myself. Like we say, on my vehicle, you're going to get about 600 watts. This last test that I did correctly, I got 654 watts. So you would divide that by 4. In my vehicle, in my truck, Carl, I was able to get 139 dB, 140 dB actually, in actuality. That 0.06, that I could have moved a certain way, and that's why it didn't hit that peak score. But you would have a bigger membrane. You still got more air being moved because it's 4. Because it's 4 of them. Now they don't have the same SD as say the 608. 608 got a little bit more SD than that. But yeah, it would be enough. We got what's the enough? What's the qualification? What are you trying to do, Carl? What I know you're trying to do, you're just trying to sound good. Yeah, to be fine to sound good. You know, you're not trying to compete. So when you go up to that, when you run the 4 ohm with 4 of them, you just the sound gonna be incredible. That's one thing they're not gonna argue. Nobody's going. The sound is going to be incredible at 4 ohm compared to 2 ohm and compared to 1 ohm. Is that a mosquito in November? Man, you really lost. You suffering, ain't you? I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's gonna be a great sonic difference. A great sonic difference. All right, let me see. I got some more. Let me get. Oh man, it went overtime here now. Let me get a deep question. Oh man, Steve Meade might like that, even though he didn't. You know the thing I like about Steve Meade? All he did was come in and say he's gonna fix it. He realized he sees how some people could see that. He's gonna sell the product. But he ain't taking no side. He just, this is how you're supposed to be using it. I bought a DD1 from your recommendation. Good. Steve, my wife said, that's great. Okay, game was set by ear at 2 shops. Ooh, each a little different. Hence the DD1 purchase. Great. Thank you for your wisdom. My question is, if I'm running A and then if I'm running A and then somebody told you to what? If you running a what? Head unit with a okay. If I'm running a head unit with an E crossover and EQ settings, can I or should I run the Epicenter? Loving the box, Betty. Okay, crossover does not do what Epicenter do. EQ settings does not do what Epicenter does. An Epicenter takes whatever you have it set at, them two knobs, it searches for a frequency that you're looking for. And then it goes wide to make like a tent with those frequencies, okay? As it searches for those frequencies. On mine, I have it searching for frequencies north of 50. Right around 58, 65, something like that. And then cut it back down. Cut it in half. Cut it an octave lower. Now, here's the thing. And I made that video today so y'all can see that. Oh, no, I didn't really talk about that. The Epicenter will add distortion at high volumes. Why? Because since it's bringing up an undertone octave lower that was mitigated and it's bringing it up to a normal amplitude, when you start to increase the power, that same undertone that was supporting 65, now you brought it up to the amplitude, the listening level of everybody else. I don't know the terminology of the word. When you start to apply more power, then it's going to start clipping the signal. Epicenter does not make you louder. It can eat dBs because you're going to distortion. You have to, when y'all see me doing them demos, I'm not using the Epicenter. Basically using it as the pass through, put it about 9 o'clock, maybe 10. But when I start going up in power, I'm not using the Epicenter. I'm letting it operate as a pass through because I know it can cause the amplifier to clip. But then it's doing something total. A crossover is just telling you your amplifier is seeing what frequencies where. The EQ is taking out dips and peaks inside your cabin. That's what it's primarily used for. So it will sound good to your ear inside your cabin. Equalization, bringing this up, bringing this down based on the materials, panels, shape of your cabin, acoustics of your cabin. The Epicenter works on a totally different principle. I'm about to really start making some videos of Epicenter because I use them, Steve Me uses them, companies coming out with them, but you gotta know how to use it and when you start applying power, not to use it as much because you can clip the signal. Man, just stay tuned. I ain't going nowhere, man. I got plenty of videos. There's one thing that they call a lot of angst. How does he know to come up with all this stuff? Because I really love cardio. I'm trying to get you. I don't love just one person. I'm trying to promote them. I love cardio. Not all cardio. There's some products out there I don't love. I'm gonna be real with you. But if you know that just because I don't like it, don't mean I can't be the boss for it. You know, just because I don't like it, don't mean you don't run it. You know, at the end of the day, take what you can from me, and what you can't, don't take it. Take what you can from me, and what you can't, don't. Make the world go around. Different opinion. And y'all be blessed. See y'all Friday.